Deepak Chopra once said, "The law of giving is very simple. If you want joy, give joy. If love is what you seek, offer love. If you crave material affluence, help others and become prosperous. You don't have to sell everything you own and move to the other side of the world to create change. You can start in your own community." How did I end up in India and Nepal? Well, 2 years ago, I made a decision that would radically change my life. I was a successful creative director for a branding agency, but I simply became unfulfilled with the work. And having grown up with missionary parents in Africa taught me about a life of service to others. I couldn't possibly imagine that in a couple of months I'd literally be stuck in an elephant traffic jam. A mentor recommended I consider researching aid in India, and although I was well-traveled, I'd never been to this land of 1.5 billion people, and frankly, I'd never really considered it. I needed to go and explore for myself. I quickly fell in love with the culture, intrigue, and the beauty of this part of the world. It's a beautiful place with a rich and diverse culture, but what especially stuck with me was recognizing the dire need for social impact among the marginalized children of the region. Look, the situation is bad. It's much easier for me to snap a picture of someone suffering than to find that of happiness and joy. There are over 60 million orphan children in India alone, and tens of millions more are left abandoned and wandering the streets. I knew I had to do something, and this is where my journey truly began. It didn't take me long to realize that simply throwing money at the problem wouldn't change anything. It required a different approach. I couldn't pretend that I would bring an end to the struggles of orphans around the world, but by making one small thing happen with great love, I could make all the difference to one orphan, or perhaps one orphanage at a time. I needed to bring more than a hot meal, a chance at education, or access to health care. I also needed to bring some happiness and joy to the lives of the kids we work to support, and create a culture of sustainable change to break the cycle of poverty and to make sure the children experience love, joy, and tangible compassion. In 2 years, we have funded over 80 projects, the money raised through crowdfunding and social media. 100% of those funds go directly to these life-changing projects like computers, libraries, and solar panels. This is more than providing literacy, education, and food, but also a way for the kids to express themselves through dance, music, and art workshops. Here I am with my dad, one of my greatest influences and supporters. In case you haven't worked it out, he's the one with the matching t-shirt as me. I've spent most of the last 2 years in the field building relationships with the staff and kids at these homes and have gained a really solid understanding of best practices and how to implement them. With the help of student volunteers, we've successfully started implementing high school and university chapters around the globe that are raising up a new generation of ambassadors that are helping to raise awareness for the cause. We are seeking to empower these student groups to shed light upon and stand up for the injustices in South Asia. I've been incredibly focused in networking my vision, which has led to me gaining a highly experienced board of directors and advisors. I've also gained support from corporate sponsors, which has helped me get the word out, such as being displayed on the largest digital billboard in Times Square and receiving funding to build an education center in India. One of the exciting initiatives of Kushihana is our voluntourism program. Voluntourism is exactly how it sounds. Volunteering plus tourism equals voluntourism. We take groups to experience volunteering, we implement real change and high-impact projects while experiencing the wonders and beauty of the areas we go to work in. I've had the opportunity to meet other young social entrepreneurs over the last couple of years, and we're working towards the same goals. Unlike my career in branding, where your ideas are your most guarded secrets, now we share our ideas, and by working together, we share our influence and are able to impact more lives together. We have an amazing group of volunteers around the world that are doing their part by organizing some pretty awesome events. We've had everything from lemonade stands, yoga dance parties, to paddleboarding events and cocktail parties on Wall Streets. These grassroots events, are at the core of raising awareness for the cause. Another new area of focus and development is creating opportunities for sustainable change. Essentially, these are micro-businesses, and these innovative models are empowering the homes we support by creating streams of revenue, or even simply just a sustainable food source for a small village home. One of the challenges is it's difficult for me to be so far away from my family and friends for such long periods of time. The greater challenge is being exposed to the pain created by some of the children's unimaginable backgrounds. However, I know my project brings relief, and the thought of working on this gives me the motivation to continue. Having seen the success of the project, I want to expand the model to other parts of Asia and beyond. I recognize that women empowerment is an important aspect to add to our DNA. So this is now an area we're starting to plan initiatives for. Many of the children are abandoned due to poverty and social disparities that can often be avoided by simply empowering women. I never want to stop growing and pursuing crazy and authentic ideas that help to support this largely forgotten group of people. I don't see orphans when I see these kids. I see doctors, dance teachers, computer engineers, and even future philanthropists. I continue to learn every day, which allows me to better serve the community that I am committed to. For the last 2 years, Kushihana has fulfilled its name, the Hindi word of which means feel happy. The children we have impacted feel happy, the staff of the orphanages feel happy, and our partners and volunteers feel happy. Tonight, I encourage you, do something to impact someone's life, and in so doing, you will feel happy. Mark Twain said, "The two most important days are the day you are born and the day you find out why." I may not have what people view as being the big job or having the big house, but I am fulfilled, and I feel like the richest person alive. And today, I feel happy. Thank you.